해성 칼럼 세상 이야기
Hisung Column World Story Special Korean Culture in the World 10. Countless national peoples of the world live with their own unique culture, and humans have the same thing in common, but they have a completely different culture. I would like to introduce the culture that only Koreans have among all countries. People who are interested in Korea and Koreans think that if they know, it will be a motivation to learn a little about Korean culture. It would be good to visit Korea in person and experience the culture. The only short-term economic advancement in the world. Praised by Peter Drucker, the father of business administration, for a miracle that will never happen on Earth. By creating Hangul, a phonetic alphabet, Koreans use unrivaled words and writings, a characteristic that anyone can read and speak Korean easily and quickly with consistent praise from world linguists. The only country in the world that was helped is the country that helped. After the Korean War in the 1950s, the country that received free rice and flour as the world's poorest country has now become an advanced country as a country that helps. Currently, it is the only winter Ondo culture, so it has the best heating effect. While no one in the world has a boiler culture on the floor, foreigners admire the culture that only Korea has. Koreans are a country that has led to a unique culture of affection. What is hard to understand and thankfully first felt by foreigners living in Korea is that Koreans are affectionate. What is affection that foreigners cannot express? They say that there is a special affection, kindness, friendship, affection, etc. Koreans' fast culture. At one time, foreigners could never understand that Koreans always had to work fast and do anything quickly. But from the beginning of the 21st century, people around the world have learned why Koreans don't watch quickly. Like internet speed. The only country in the world that uses iron chopsticks. Chopsticks are usually used in the East, and among them, China is mainly horn-type chopstick and is long. Japan is a wooden chopstick with a pointy end. Other Southeast Asian countries also use types such as wooden chopsticks and plastic, but Koreans are mostly iron chopsticks. Of course, wooden chopsticks or chopsticks used in China are now used, but Koreans used all of them in the old days. It is economical and hygienic. In homes, no one always wears off indoors. The culture of taking off one's shoes and living in a house was influenced by Korea, although there are some in Japan. Koreans never wear shoes inside their homes. Hygiene, house-friendly, and if you are not a thief, you should take off your shoes. Foreigners experience and imitate. Fermented food heaven. Korea is the only country in the world that ferments the most food among the foods that people usually eat. There are more than a dozen kinds of kimchi. There are too many kinds of fermented foods that are difficult to translate, and if they all come down from ancient times, this is the most healthy food for modern people. It has a special food culture. Japan. Even if you go to China, you always get paid at a normal restaurant. Water and side dishes, of course. If you ask for additional money, you have to pay all of it. However, South Korea can eat most of its side dishes without paying for them even if they are asked for additional side dishes at luxury hotel restaurants. Or high-end foreigners, in particular, cannot help but be surprised. And Koreans don't know how good it is that this is a characteristic of Koreans and there is no tip culture at all in a typical restaurant. The safest country. Gun possession is illegal and cannot be carried because it is strongly punished. Hunting guns should also be used after reporting to police stations on the same day and returned on the same day. Therefore, it is safe to say that there are few violent crimes committed by firearms this year. In particular, foreigners remember that restaurants and convenience stores that are open for 24 hours are so comfortable and safe to use. Don't you want to go to Korea? Caution. Please note that you can bring home sickness to Korea when you go back to your home country after visiting Korea. For example, internet speed, convenient public transportation in Seoul, convenience facilities, pharmacies and hospitals that are readily available anywhere, PC room, kimchi room, the number of delicious food and side dishes and no service charge from the general restaurant. Korea is waiting for you. I hope you have a happy day today. Thank you.